guys doing? Back again with Match Week 34 midweek preview. If you're new to this channel, you found this channel by mistake or my video just popped up on your screen, make sure you watch this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. But let's get straight into it. This week is a quite different game, a quite different week. Arsenal and Liverpool both played twice before Manchester City plays against Brighton. But let's get straight into it. I hope you guys have seen the new table. Arsenal is on top of the league. Like the Arsenal fans will say, the elephant is back on the fucking tree. I'm an Arsenal fan, so this channel is going to be a little bit biased, but let's get straight into it. The first game of the midweek games is Arsenal hosting Chelsea. Arsenal hosting Chelsea, I feel like this game is only going to go one way. Arsenal has picked up from since the beginning of the year. They have literally conceded only 4 goals since the start of the year. The 2 centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel, are the best centre-backs in the Premier League, in my opinion. Not because I'm an Arsenal fan, but just as it is, just 4 goals conceded since the turn of the year. But you're looking at Chelsea coming off that 1-0 loss against Manchester City in the FA Cup. I feel like they're low on confidence. And looking at previous game, Arsenal has not lost to Chelsea in the last 5 games. I feel like the last game Arsenal lost to Chelsea was when Tammy Abraham was still around. That's quite a long time. But looking at the game, I feel like Arsenal have what it takes. They bounced back against Wolves. The 2-0 win against a very, very comfortable win against Wolves, but it was quite dodgy in the second half. A little bit 10 minutes of spell where it could have gone left for Arsenal, but Arsenal was able to weather the storm. Odegaard coming with a brilliant finish, the side finish, side netting, side post finish, Very, very, that's what an intelligent player will finish, But looking at the game, I feel like Arsenal have what it takes. Chelsea are low on confidence right now. They're out of the FA Cup. They lost the Carabao Cup to Liverpool, and they are a mid-table team. That's literally the story of Chelsea's season. I feel like Arsenal being at home, this game is going to be a 4-0 win to Arsenal. I feel like Arsenal will have what it takes. Matt Trossard is on form. Odegaard is on form. Who is the striker? Jesus is not really doing the business, but I think Havertz will want to make a statement returning back to Chelsea. So for this game, I'm going to go for Arsenal for Chelsea nil. Moving on to the next game, we've got Wolves hosting Bournemouth. Wolves versus Bournemouth. Both teams are just coming up from a defeat at the weekend. Wolves lost to Arsenal 2-0. Meanwhile, Aston Villa smacked up Bournemouth. For this game, it's going to be a dodgy game, being that Wolves is at home. I feel like Wolves being at home is going to be a dodgy game at the Molineux Stadium. Bournemouth have a lot of attackers that are very, very good up front, very clinical. One of the highest goal scorers, Dominic Solanke, this season is one of the highest goal scorers because of a reason. Bournemouth are playing good football, they are scoring in goals. Wolves being at home, they have a lot of injuries, but a lot of players are coming back. The last game against Arsenal, Nouri was back on the bench, Sarabia was back on the bench, Lemina was back on the bench, Hwang Wee-chan was back as well. So I feel like with this game, I'm going to edge it to Bournemouth. Why? Because Bournemouth have what it takes. They have a lot, they are attacking side. The manager just literally won manager of the season, although he lost to Arsenal, but he won manager of the season, he won manager of the month literally, which means that they're a very, very good side. And yeah, Bournemouth, they have a lot of players, Solanke, Kluivert, Semenyo, Billings, Solanke. They have a lot of attackers who could cause damage. For this game, I'm going to go for a Bournemouth win or draw. I'm going to go for a 3-2. Moving on to the next game, we have Crystal Palace hosting Newcastle. Crystal Palace has really caught form at the business end of the season, which is good. I saw the last game against the West Ham game where they trashed West Ham 5-2. People like Eze are back. Eze scored a fantastic bicycle kick. Olise is back as well. Mateta, I've been screaming Mateta. He has been a revelation since he got back into the lineup. He's been scoring goals. He has about 5 goals in 5 games now, but they're about a crazy start like that. But I feel like with this game against Newcastle too has always, this season they have been picking up from recently. They smacked up Tottenham, they smacked up Everton. So like with this game, I'm going to go for a Newcastle win or draw. Why? Because Newcastle are chasing Europe. A lot of investment they have made this season. Gordon's, Isaac, a lot of players they've been bringing in. Harvey Barnes. They spent a lot of money in summer window, and if they don't make Europe, to be a shame. So I feel like Newcastle are going to go for the win or draw here. And my prediction for this game is Newcastle win or draw. Moving on to the next game is the Merseyside derby. Everton hosting Liverpool. Liverpool want to bounce back. they already bounced back in my opinion. You know, the game against Fulham, the 3-1 win away to Fulham was a very, very good game. You know, I was quite disappointed that Liverpool won that game on Arsenal, and I wanted them to draw the game so that Arsenal would be setting up gap so that Liverpool is playing catch up, not being on the same point with them literally. But yeah, in this game, Everton has been poor, although they won their game over the weekend against Nottingham Forest, which was quite controversial. Nottingham Forest put up a statement saying the referee the VAR official was a was a fan of Everton or something like that. It was quite controversial. I feel like with that statement made, he needs to resign and step away from that comment because it is quite damaging for that football club and him himself as well. So I feel like with this game, I'm going to go for a Liverpool win because Everton has not been much of a competition in the Merseyside derby to Liverpool. The last games I've watched, I've seen Liverpool win every single one of the Merseyside derby. So I feel like it's not going to be much of a threat or much of a competition for Liverpool. Liverpool just going to go there and win, you know. For this game, I'm going to go for a Liverpool 3, Everton 1. Manchester United, Sheffield. We also Manchester United did in the FA Cup, you know, against Coventry. You never know what to expect with Manchester United. They were literally new up, and they went into extra time with Coventry City. And Coventry City had the opportunity to win the game before penalties, but the offside, the VAR ruled the offside. And yeah, I feel like the manager's job is on the line. Even the pundits are saying it that it's a sackable offense, being 3-0 up in the semi-final against Coventry, a championship team, and you bottle it and you go all the way to penalty and you almost lost. That's a sackable offense. Forgetting the fact that Manchester United won the game at the end, but it's a sackable offense. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Manchester United right now. And Sheffield, there's nothing to say much about Sheffield. They're going to relegate this season. They're just not picking up points. They lost to Burnley. It's quite embarrassing for Sheffield United. So I feel like they should go to Champions League. I say champions. They should go to the Championship, rebuild, get more players in, know how to play, and come back to the Premier League. The Premier League level is quite a gap from the Champions League. So I feel like they should relegate and build up and maybe come back again when it looks a bit stronger. But for this game, you just don't know what to expect from Manchester United. For this game, I'm predicting Manchester United to win 2-0. The goals are going to come in the 82nd minute and the 90th minute. It's going to be a late goal. There's going to be late goals in this game, but you just don't know what to expect from Manchester United. So my prediction for that game is Manchester United to win 2-0 with late goals against Sheffield United. Moving on to the fixtures on Thursday, we have Manchester City away to Brighton. What will I say about Brighton? Brighton have only one win in their last 5 games. They drew their last game against Burnley. The Burnley keeper scored an own goal. But with this game, I feel like Manchester City have started complaining about the increasing amount of fixtures in the Premier League. You know, you saw the post-match conference with the Guardiola speaking about it's not fair that Manchester City, I keep saying Manchester United, Manchester City played against Chelsea after the Champions League knockouts. In my opinion, I felt like he had a point there as well, but you can't complain. In the Premier League, not sure in the Premier League, there are a lot of games which come in thick and fast, so you have to buckle up and stop moaning and complaining about it and just get on with the games. So I feel like with this game, with Brighton not having a win, only one win in 5 games, and Manchester City, I've caught their group as well. I'm just going to go for a Manchester City win or draw. Why? Because this is the business end of the season, and one of the top 3 teams are going to slip up. I feel like the pressure is on Manchester City. You know, they didn't play the weekend, and both Arsenal and Liverpool won the game, so there's more pressure on them now. Let's say although they know how to cope with pressure, but I feel like there could be a slip up for Manchester City. You know, obviously, Real Madrid and Arsenal were able to demystify Manchester City. They went there, a low block, packed the bus, defended well, and won the game, and drew the game. I feel like Brighton, seeing what the other teams have done, want to follow suit and do the same thing as well. So in this game, I'm going to go for Manchester City win or Brighton draw. I keep saying Manchester United. Manchester City win or draw. And I'm predicting a 3-1 Manchester City win. Or it could go draw as well. But yeah, that's the end of my Premier League match 34 midweek preview. If you have contrary opinion to what I'm predicting, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys in the next video. Peace.